Good morning guys, how are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update, so if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin for our charts. So yeah, this trend line that we've had drawn in is currently supporting the price action. We do have this horizontal resistance here, roughly 44,000, pretty much 44,000. That is currently resisting price. So we're stuck between obviously here and this trend line. So which is going to break first? Are we going to break back above 44,000 and then potentially have a chance at a run up to 46,000, or are we going to break down here and then come and test into the potentially $42,000 level? That is what we are gonna have to find out. There is obviously a lot of FUD going on in Finance 1.0 just around obviously inflation figures, what the Fed's gonna do, just lots of uncertainty about that. Obviously the Fed being ultimately the main driver of the market and liquidity, but it does look like we're having a bit of a bounce here, back above this important resistance level, so back into this area, this sideways area, whereas if we do hold in here, we then ultimately have a good chance of breaking back up. This was clearly a very aggressive move to the upside, to see a bit of a pullback in this fashion is clearly not a bad thing, and it is to be expected. So it's just a case of, have we put in the low now for this pullback, and do we continue onwards and upwards, or at least sideways, or do we lose this horizontal again, take out these lows, and then we'll come down to test obviously the sub $4,400 level for the S&P. DXY obviously not doing us any favors here, going to the moon. So that is clearly an issue for risk assets, and obviously the DXY is being dragged by the 10-year. Ultimately, the yield on bonds are being dragged higher. Obviously, the DXY dollar has been zero dated bonds, so they're the same thing. These are just deferred dollars in the future. But yeah, obviously they are basically the yield is going up. So yeah, putting the squeeze on the market. I mean, we basically hit this bull flag target now, as you can see. So I mean, it's just it's tough time. It is tough times out there. This is going to have to be dealt with at some point, and one of them will have to give, and either obviously the bond market or the currency. And as we've seen in Japan, they are happy to sacrifice the currency on the altar of the bond market. So yeah, there you go. Oil, as we can see, coming down to this support area here. The low, hit the obviously the low, well, that's just, I say low, it's probably about the mid, but yeah, hit $94. I mean, this is looking like it wants to test a bit lower. Just remember, obviously all the market is bullish of this, like just they're so excitedly bullish, and it's like they're ignoring the fact we've had such a massive run already. Literally, I mean, if we go back further, I mean, it's just been a stupendous run. Even from where we're at, let's just go to a daily rather than zoom out. Even from when we were down at this $40 level, we'd obviously come all the way up from this spike down. So yeah, there is plenty more room for downside in this on a retracement of this bull run. But yeah, a lot of people are expecting it. So inflation is running high. There are tensions around the world. As I keep saying, I've said numerous times, are we at peak FUD? Can we come lower? Are we at peak FUD? So does that mean that there is it's difficult for these markets to incrementally push higher? Yeah, we shall have to see. The Ethereum Satoshi pairing having a nice little bounce, coming back in to try and test this resistance area again. Obviously, if we get through this, it's pretty much a blue sky breakout for this shorter term time frame price action, and then ultimately getting back above here, it will look pretty good. But yeah, first and foremost, got to get above here, and then we can go into a bit of price discovery there. Bitcoin dominance also had a retrace to the top of our resistance area, and then rejected there, coming back down. So yeah, can we lose this on this pass and have a nice altcoin run? We all hope so. We all hope so. Obviously, it is going to depend on the direction and the aggressiveness of the move of Bitcoin. If it is to be to the upside, just a quick check on the ruble. Practically a fully retrace. Practically a full. I can't talk this morning. Practically a full retrace here. So yeah, there you go. Not looking too bad in the ruble, which is just. I just see this generally for global markets as a good thing, regardless of what your views are on Russia generally. Yeah, let's look at Stochastics then. 4 hour actually got a bit of upwards momentum to give us here, so maybe we can break through that $44,000 level. I suspect the other ones are not looking as good. Maybe 10 hour is not looking as bad, but yeah, 10 hour very low here, so looking to turn up from a low level, but hasn't turned up as of yet. 12 hour still diving, but getting to obviously a low level. Daily still diving, potential trend line. I mean, the 4 hour, if we do break back above 44,000, I mean 12 and 10 and 12 hour will turn up, and ultimately that could drag 12 hour daily. Definitely can't talk this morning. We'll drag daily to potentially turn up around this trend line that we can see maybe there. 2 day is turning down from a high level, and I've got a lot of room to run though. Similarly with the 3 day. 5 days still looking great though. Weekly looking great, and 2 day not flipped over as of yet, but sorry, 2 week, not 2 day. But as you can see, at a low level and threatening to turn back over. So yeah, we get back above very briefly. We'd get back above 44,000. We can then see another test into this resistance area, and then yeah, if we test it again, putting in a nice higher low here, then yeah, got every chance of breaking up and towards that 50,000 and getting some acceleration and breaking properly into this area here, and then potentially trading sideways before, well, either breaking up or breaking down. So yeah, that is what we are playing for. Remember, we have got this golden opportunity before basically growth figures start to look a bit more scary going into the end of Q2, where we could see some serious problems in markets. But in the meantime, we've got to make hay whilst the sun shines. So there you go, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.